Alright, and we're just going to jump right back in. We're going to start off with all of these stacks of books, and we're going to look at this first. And of course we have the all-important ping pong ball. That belongs in here and nowhere else, and isn't just there because it probably fell in. This right here. I went to my old boss, and I had him at his house print the 300 or 400 pages of the original print of the book before I got it published. So this right here isn't all of that, because I threw away all that. I have all the old documents, by the way. I have all the original documents as Word documents on my computer, backed up in 3 different locations. So I do have every single document, pretty much every document I've ever written, every drawing I've ever done, everything. We'll go through and we can look at all the digital art and stuff like that. But this is the alternate ending that I made, extending past the big confrontation. And this is because there was never supposed to be a book 2, this is how it was supposed to wrap up, so there couldn't be anything more about it, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense. However, actually thinking about it right now, I guess what I'm writing exactly right now, the 2.5 book, is kind of a spiritual successor to what this is, or what this sort of entailed. This involves, I really can't say anything, but it's pretty close. Not in exactly what happens, but the theme of how characters end up in the situation that they are. So pretty much, if you are aware, and I know one person that's watching this that is, if you are aware of what I'm working on right now, the general premise of the 2.5, it's kind of stemming from this. Now, with that out of the way, we have a huge stack of books. This is every single print version of all the books in all their forms. So every time I had a new paperback that had a lot of changes and edits and stuff like that, I kept a copy. If I had multiples, I threw away the others, but I always kept one for myself. So this is essentially a timeline of mostly book 1, and I think we actually have to start down at the bottom. I don't know how this is gonna fold. We're gonna put this. This is the first hardcover copy of Vengeance Children of Faust, Book 1, Part 1 and 2, when I was published with Ex Libris. I will say right now, fuck Ex Libris. They owe me $2,000. Bastards. I will say, though, the print quality is nice. So this is circa 2015, I believe. And it was originally about 330 pages, roughly. So that's the hardcover, dust cover one, whatever. This is the paperback. They're like, hey, what do you want to have for a cover? I'm like, fuck, I don't know. None of my art's good enough to be a cover, so nothing, I guess. And I just didn't have a cover. That's a sticker I put on it. Yeah, so, what was this? Oh, this is a business card that I made. I printed out for promotional thing or whatever. Yeah, this is the exact same copy as the hardcover one, just in paperback. Now we have, this is the first time I printed it out by myself, I believe, without Ex Libris. So this was printed through Lulu.com, and yeah, this is the version that I formatted, that I made by myself, and it's a lot longer. It's over 400 pages. There's actually some spelling fixes in there. You can see an I right there. So this one actually had chapter art from all the doodles that I had going on. How bold of me to include character artwork. What is this? Oh, this is so I made a tome. This is the collector's edition. Obviously none of this thing weighs so much. That's what happened with the table of contents. It got completely fucked. Doesn't make any sense. But this has Book 1, Impurity, Transgression, and Hebaloma, and then at the end it has a lot of bonus content, including, this is the same book, it's just the bonus content portion of it, including proper names, the 7 stages of Tuffle power, Tuffle's appearance and how they get it. This is stuff that I want to include in a big index thing, or a big, whatever you'd want to call it, a big glossary or whatever it is. I just have not copied and assembled and proofread all of this to make sure it's all still accurate and canon. It's one of the many writing projects I want to do, because I want to release a bonus content book with stuff like this. I have most of the material, I just need to assemble it, organize it, proof it, and make sure it's all up-to-date information. Character stat sheets, so after every character's bio, so like Alice, actually there's a spoiler right there, I'm not going to look at that, but height 5'6", hobbies and interests: insulting Kim and generally trying to make her mad. She likes daydreaming about her goals. She likes Stacy, sleep, blood, chaos, wind chimes, and Kim. So, yeah, stuff like that. But then you get to the end here, and you have the original story for book 1 called Never Lie. This is the very first written version of my story outside of notes taken. Everything is as I wrote it exactly in 2012. As such, nothing here is to be considered canonical. So this, I believe, is exactly that which copy? That in here is this book right there, the 40 pages, whatever have you. Maybe not 40. No, it was actually like not 40. It was the original, like 4-page conception. Then you have the first draft of Vengeance. Before reading this, I want to make it definitely clear that every word in this draft is to be considered non-canon. Every aspect of the story was underdeveloped and features many plot points that were, at the time, hardly given much thought. Keep in mind that not every reference to time will make sense, i.e. days of week, months, and character ages. This draft will likely contain spelling and grammatical errors. This is the first draft, which goes for a while. This is where it actually had, 20 chapters or something like that. This was actually a lot longer, probably about 115 pages, I think, all the way to the end. Yeah, 26 chapters. Yeah, so that one. This contains a lot of the bonus content, a lot of really weird stuff that, like I said, I do have documents for. It's just none of it's public, obviously. This is the proof copy of Transgression, kind of like how I did with that copy down there for Devil to the Damned. This is Transgression. However, I didn't edit this book. I didn't go through and write. I had my ex go through and write, because she was my ex at the time. She wanted to read it, and she wanted to help, and she wanted to be included somewhat, so I let her, and she took it, and she got a little editing key. She did a lot of work, so things that I liked or caught my attention: punctuation, misspelled words, possible rewording or punctuation change for better flow. So she went through and did a lot. I was mostly looking out for all the pink marks, because she's putting little notes, little cute notes, laughing at stuff that I said, and saying how she enjoys. Good Lord, that's crazy funny too. Stuff like that, whatever. Just cute little, like, we're still friends after everything. We're still friendly. Yeah. So that was the editing, the proof copy of Transgression that I didn't do. We have a hardcover copy that I made when I was still messing with... Who did I do this through? I don't know who did this, but what company I printed through. Here is a copy, that got bent a little bit, of The Origins, Impurity, and Hebeloma, those two in one book. Here's just another copy of book 1. There's so many different versions of book 1. The one with this artwork. Absolutely. Here's... Alright, what is this? Yeah, this is book 2. Okay, so I had... Actually, over here in my bookshelf, what is it? I think this hardcover right here, which I need to add this to the box. Yeah, somehow printed book 1 inside, display only. So this is labeled as book 2, but inside is fucking book 1. I don't know how that happened, but that's just a funny little relic. Add that to the pile. And I do have other copies of my book right here, just for display, even though all of those are non-canon. They're all like test copies or whatever have you. There's another version of the cover for book 1. So many different covers. So, and this right here is my personal proof that I did for Cataclysm for book 2. So here is me going through personal proof edit and doing the same thing on a much smaller scale. That's why I printed out an 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper, so I'd have way more room to do edits instead of editing in this. This made my wrist hurt so bad, and I did it in fucking pencil, like an asshole. Who does that? And this isn't... Oh, there's some pen. Oh, man, I smartened up 34 pages in and got myself a pen. Look at that. Fucking idiot. So, yeah, this has This is the original. I always say original. You know, I keep saying it, but like this is the original of book 2. When I first went, wiped my hands of it and went, done. Time to do my proof edit phase. So that was the first concept come to life. So that right there is my collection of books in my book stuff. I got some burps. I'm sorry. So, lastly, what we're gonna do is take a look at all the drawings, and I'll do that in another video, part 3, and then there will be a part 4 where I go over digital drawings, which won't be filmed on my phone. It'll be filmed on my PC, chilling out over there. So we will jump right to that. So this is part 2. Thank you for watching. I'm just kind of rambling now. Bye.